all have a journey, and we all have a voice. And I'm truly proud of the person I have become.
I used to think one day we'd tell the story of us, how we met and the sparks flew instantly. And people would say they're the
When did the U-Haul come in?
I don't know if we should
even tell our story how we met.
They're laughing because I was dating a friend of hers when we first met, and it was the drama.
And I'm friends with all those people.
I didn't know her. You know, I never met her.
A friend. I didn't say all those people. I said one friend. Not
No, I'm
all.
just saying.
Well,
no,
yeah.
but girls run in droves. I mean, you piss off one little ant,
Yeah.
you got.
I piss them off at separate times, and then they come back.
Work at it. So it happened to have been a situation where I had just come out of a long-term 5-year relationship, and so I was not looking to get into a serious relationship, and I was seeing this girl who will remain
Who's a
nameless
wonderful
at this
person.
point. Yes, yes.
Wonderful.
But it was not a match, and she knew it, I knew it, and we were days, if not hours, from saying, let's declare this friendship and move on and have fun. We were at the usual, and we were watching some great live music, and we had a great time. It was a nice night, and everybody was just mingling and mixing. So she comes walking in the door, and literally, I mean, my heart jumped out of my chest. I mean, a physiological thing occurred, and I have never, that has never happened to me. And I decided that I wanted to have a conversation with this girl, and I didn't know what I was going to say, and I was going to stutter and stammer through it, but I thought, if she's got a ready answer for hello, and if she can carry on a conversation, I'm really going to like this girl. And sure enough, what happened was, she not only had a ready answer for hello and could carry on a nice conversation, but she was charming and bright and funny, and the funny part is the absolute aphrodisiac for me. I just done. So I worked every angle all night long to try to get her to talk to me, and she thought I was with somebody else, and so she ignored me for about half a night, and then she finally came around and gave me a little bit of attention.
I was with somebody that night too.
The night we met.
The night we met.
So we were on equal footing in that regard, right?
Yes.
We were trying to make everybody equally as upset. So it turns out, as fate would have it, we end up at this unnamed person's house having drinks.
Was
After
it
the usual.
either one of the
After
girls
the
y'all were
usual.
dating at the time?
Yes.
Yes.
The girl she was.
Unnamed girl. Okay.
Unnamed
Yeah.
house.
And it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and this unnamed person loves to do after parties, so we all went to her house after the usual.
Not that anybody needed more alcohol at that point, but we proceeded to have more. And I looked for an indication from her as to whether she was sensing that. I mean, I was feeling an amazing desire to want to connect with her on multiple levels. And so we talked a little bit, you know, throughout the night, and in passing, you know, here and there, and she became more engaging as the night went on. And I have never done this, and I will promise I will never do it again. I felt overwhelmingly compelled to write my phone number on a piece of paper, old school.
Did you write, do you like me? Check this
Check
or no?
here. Yeah, no, I left that
Or
part
maybe.
out. Yes, no, or maybe. I was getting the maybe signal from her without even having to have the check mark on the box. And so as everybody was circling their wagons, getting ready to leave that evening, she came by and said, it was good to meet you, and I slipped a piece of paper in her hand, which is admittedly the trashiest thing I have ever done in my life. But I do not regret it one single second, because it truly, I learned so much about who I am as a person, because I, you know, obviously did what I needed to do to set it straight and be forthright the next day with unnamed. But I saw her walk into the door, and I thought, I may never see her again. And I'm not going to have that regret. She needs to know how I feel just at the outset. And it was probably maybe 20 minutes later, we were in a little text volley.
So yeah, I almost opened that number in front of unnamed, but when I was leaving, because I didn't know what it was, I didn't think she would hand me her phone number. It just didn't read, and then I said, "Oh, I know what this is," and I just put it in my pocket.
Did you know she was interested in you?
No, I was too busy.
Making out with your date?
Oh.
Which was horrible.
Well, it didn't stop you from texting me.
No, then I texted
20 minutes later.
Yeah,
At 4 a.m.
yeah,
And we were at lunch the next day by noon.
yeah. For 4 hours we sat at El Tiempo, didn't drink a thing. No margaritas, nothing, drank water. I couldn't even form sentences, I was so hungover. So I thought, she's gonna think I'm so stupid.
Actually, that was the neatest lunch. It might go down as the best lunch we've ever had.
Yeah,
I mean, they're all great, but you know, I got to know you in just the most raw way, and that was very special.
All right, let's go to Gay Pride.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out and I'll lay your ship bare. See,
So they were telling me when I picked up the car yesterday that on YouTube there's the designer who built the cage of the car has it on YouTube, and it's now it's rated one of the most safe vehicles. Even though it's small, economical, 38 miles to the gallon, it has 7 airbags. Even one down here is your left knee.
Oh wow!
And then you have your curtain airbags, your side airbags. I mean, this is a little safe car, and it will get up and go. That's what I say. Move over, BMW Mini Cooper. Here comes Fiat.
And it's better than this dumb car.
Smart car, the dumb car.
Yeah.
I think they're going out of business.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They should go out of business out here. Those are good for, you know, like Japan and stuff like that, but those things are just not very safe.
This little guy's safe.
Yeah, well, you can tell it's built better than you get inside the smart car. It's like, you know, driving a motorcycle with just a frame
4
around
wheels.
you. 4-wheel motorcycle.
So how amazing last night at the bar that they announced immediately on stage that New York passes for gay rights, same-sex marriage.
I know. I'm so excited because I've never been to New York. And all the other states that have gay marriage, they're not something that I would really want to go visit that state. So I'm so excited to visit New York, and we can get married there.
You want to get married there?
Yeah, let's
Make
get
it
married.
legal. Well, we'll make it legal in New York and still get married in Austin with our ceremony.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's not do the dresses and bridesmaids and the flowers and all that in New York. We'll wait because we've planned that here in Texas. So we'll still have our ceremony in Texas and just go with, like, wear a linen suit or something.
Well, if we get married in New York, it's legal, and in New York only, and not in Texas. But if they ever do, in Texas will probably be the last state, it will retroact back to the day we actually legally got married in New York City.
Right, but any state you go to that is legal, you're legally married there too. Are you excited about being in the Gay Pride?
Yes.
Driving the Fiat with the Pride?
I've never been in a gay pride parade before. So they're expecting 300,000 and up people down here today.
That's a lot. I accidentally got in a Gay Pride parade in Austin. Marsha and I.
Which on wheels?
No, we accidentally, you know those pedicabs? Well, we were trying to get a pedicab. Well, he got in right in the parade, and we were going down with everybody, and we were waving at everybody, and they were like, woo! It was funny.
And it sucks when you live in a different city and love the one that doesn't live in your zip code. You know what I mean? Totally. Okay. I don't know if they're still here or not.
can make it to Waco, then there's Austin. You waved goodbye, and that's when I lost it. I'm out here, cold and alone. 2 more hours, I'll see the Alamo. Southbound 35, maybe baby the love of my life. Can't see the road for my crying shame. Maybe the blame, oh no, it'll never be the same. That's why I keep running on. I can make it to Waco, then there's Austin. You waved goodbye, and that's when I lost it. I'm out here, cold and alone. 2 more hours, I'll see the Alamo. Chicken in the front yard, gotta keep myself on track this time. Daddy's cooking cornbread in Fort Worth, too far to turn back.
Lovey-dovey, doo-doo-boo-doo. I was trying to get her to come to Waco and she wouldn't.
Oh.
I had to come all the way to town.
You can make it to Waco, then there's Austin.
There's Austin. You waved goodbye, and that's when I lost it. I'm out here, cold and alone. 2 more hours, I'll see the Alamo. Southbound 35, maybe baby the love of my life.
Can you imagine 10 years ago thinking that we'd ever have a gay mayor?
No, I cannot. I don't. It would not have happened. She would not have been elected, and that's another very affirming thing.
And it was on talent alone because she's so economically fiscal, and we were in such a recession that I don't know, it was a perfect storm. It wouldn't have happened 10 years ago. Good old boys around here.
Where we were parked in the neighborhoods last night when they lined us up for the parade, before you guys got there, people were walking by, and I guess her name is Anise
Parker.
Anise Parker. And we don't know anything about her being from Dallas and Austin.
Right.
But when the people walk by with the flyer, hey, would you like to, be a part of Anise Parker and be supportive of her? And they're like, oh no, we already are. Mm-hmm. And they said, by the way, is there even anybody stupid enough to run against her?
Mm-hmm. It's funny, the area that you were in, y'all don't know it as well. 15, 20 years ago, it was where all of the cast outs went. People who didn't have families anymore and that were just gay, and they went into this little area just to be different. And now you have $1 million homes there. People select that for their families because the neighborhood is so well preserved, and it is an amazing mixture to show that gay people and straight people can have the same priorities, which is they want to raise their families, they want to go to work, they want to be close to downtown. It's funny when you have a house right next to someone, it's nice to see that you're not all that different after all.
Mm-hmm. And that's what they were saying last night. They're like, how do you feel about having a gay mayor? And they're like, we don't know any different. It's like my neighbors.
A non-issue.
For them, it's not an issue. They don't see gay, straight in that community. They just see people.
Sanctuary Wellness is a world-class medical clinic, and what we aim to do is give people back the life and the vitality that they once had.
Younger, stronger, more energized. Here at Sanctuary Wellness Centers, we can help you do that. Hi, I'm Teresa, part of the staff, and our goal for you is simple. We want to enhance your wellness by helping you understand how your body works.
Have you been to the Houston Pride?
Yeah. I've never actually walked in the parade. This was the first time to actually be in the parade. But so it's much different than being on the sidelines.
And let me just be very clear, girl, your feet never hit the ground. This hanging out of the sunroof. Woo-hoo!
That was great. I love that car. Oh.
Are you gonna buy one now?
Yeah, she's like, we have to have one.
I want two.
So what kind of car?
Fiat. The Fiat is a wonderful vehicle.
Yeah,
I still want to know if we can hit 140 in the Fiat.
Yeah.
Well, since we do have a weekend giveaway.
Nice. I'm gonna sign up. I'll be the first one on. I've done, the sideline parade deal for I don't know how many years, and I'm sure you have too. Houston is such an affirming place, to have a pride parade, and it's a neat experience to do that. But to be in the parade is a totally different program.
The other fun thing about Pride is that sometimes we have agendas and we are, focused on having people understand, and for that 2 hours, 2.5 hours, you just get to have fun and look at what's possible. I guarantee you only 10% of the gay people in Houston even came out. I mean, there's tons of people that are still at home. Somewhere a long time ago, people did this with bottles being thrown at them, and I can't even imagine what that was like. And now we get to have police protect us and, quarantine it off and put the little haters in this itty bitty little space and say, okay, you stand there with your sign and look like an idiot. It was on the news.
Of course
they were on the news.
The news picks up the haters.
Well, the good thing is the news picked up the haters, but they also picked up the New York.
Did they pick us up driving in? Did they pick us up?
It was daytime, kids. No, the haters leave at midnight or at night their time. But the good news is, all this morning on the news there was talk of marriage being passed in New York, and they had a professor from South Texas School of Law talking about what the implications are for the Supreme Court and the rest of the country, and that eventually you're going to run out of excuses for why you can take away someone's constitutional right to get married. And so it really was a fantastic time for the parade. Yeah, they're saying you just eventually you're going to run out of excuses. You can't say you can do all of these things, but yet you can pay taxes, you can get it, enlist in the army.
Fight for your country.
Fight for your
Run
country.
into a burning building.
Yep. But you can't marry who you choose to marry if you pay the marriage fee.
Well, it's all based on a religious, spiritual background of the Bible. And I completely understand where they're coming from. But if you're going to hold me to it, then hold every person
That's
to
correct.
it. So if you are a heterosexual and you don't believe in God, you don't believe in the Bible, you're not a Christian, do you have to go in when you get your marriage license and sign off that you believe? Because if you're heterosexual and you're a Muslim, you can still get married. But yet they won't let us get married because of religious views.
Yeah.
You know what?
We believe in God.
I can't even tell you what the questions they ask because I'm not allowed to walk in there and go look at that piece of paper. I would love to know what questions they ask. I don't even have the choice to go look and see what it says with my partner. I mean,
it's like I asked a lady the other day on a women advocacy site I'm on, and I put on there, what does everyone think about gay marriage? 99% of the 72 people who responded rapid fire loved it. All supported. One person's an abomination, blah, blah, blah. So I asked her a simple question. If a heterosexual couple goes to get married and they do not believe in your God, will you pull their civil rights away from them? Because that's all we're asking for, is to have our rights, to be treated equally.
What was the response?
She didn't respond to me, but she responded to everyone else.
Well, I think that when you ask people who are parents to come up with an original idea, it's impossible. She could have said cracker, she could have said Polly wants water, but when you ask her what is her original thought on taking away someone's civil rights, no matter what their sexual preferences, she can't answer that. Now, I have a question for you on that, though. Do you believe that we have represented ourselves as a community in a way that doesn't frighten people? When you look at pride parades and you see people dressed a certain way and you're saying, hey, I'm just like you, I've never seen my dad look like that. I've never seen my mom.
That's a good point.
I never have. And in your heart, you may be the same. And I do believe that people have a right to look how they want. I don't have a mohawk. and I don't have piercings. It doesn't offend me if anybody else does, but if you were to put that person in a boardroom and you're talking about budgets and you know, mission for the company, is someone going to judge you and say you don't have the same value I do, you don't know what you're talking about? I don't think that you're going to give as much credence to someone who looks just so different. So what can we do? I believe it in their heart that they're the same, as much as the same as you can be, but what do you do to where someone takes you seriously?
Yeah, it's, I mean, you go through this parade last night and you see so much of a mixture of gay and straight really out there supporting you, but then you see the people running up and down the sidelines. Those are the ones who make it on the news that are so provocatively dressed and so negatively dressed that it's a display of our character. Right. It's like, when are we ever going to take a stand and be a class act and a true representation for who we are? I mean, I know they don't dress like that every day and run up down the street like that every day. Yeah. Why do they feel they need to do it on this day, the day that we are the most watched?
It's eccentric. They're very eccentric. And the guy crawling up the street, you know, without his shirt on the ground.
That was drunk.
People being really drunk.
I apologize about that.
But, you know, it's all that. It's always got to be, well, we're gonna gay pride. Let's just show our ass instead of being that classy.
Because would it be boring then?
Bring on the night.
I'm gonna be in trouble.
I wasn't scared to wear the pants. You want to get up this skirt? Give me some flowers.
Honey, your lipstick, you just took it from me.
It's
really?
in your other hand.
It's right next to the red wine. You can't lose it.
Adopt me.
How are you doing your shirt?
Oh, goodness gracious. Comes up to you, I'm fluffing the colors.
What am I doing? Good job, come on out. Yeah. Hey, all I know, wait.
Heavy, come on,
if
really?
something happens, just catch me, okay? You're gonna dance, right? Yeah. You country dance? Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I'd country dance, but not in high heels like this, right? I brought my flip flops. Don't tell anybody.
Oh, okay. You want to give the picture of me away, honey? I thought this was yours. Naked picture of me? What?
Let's go! Get ready for breakdown!
Who wants Olivia Cruz? All right, let's do the. Here we go. Drum roll. Drum roll.
If you want to watch more of the ladies, go to lesbeproud.com for behind-the-scenes footage and bloopers. Join our journey. Together, we can make change.